You have been carrying within you a healing power so profound, so complete, that if you could but recognize it fully, every ailment, every discord in your body would begin to dissolve in its presence. This power is not far from you. It is not reserved for the fortunate few. It dwells in the silent depths of your own subconscious mind, waiting, always waiting for your recognition, your faith, your acceptance. The question that has troubled you is not whether healing is possible. Deep within, you have always sensed that it is. The question that haunts you in the quiet hours is this: why has healing not come to me? Why do I still suffer when others speak of miracles? And here is where I must reveal to you a law so simple, yet so easily overlooked, that once you grasp it, your entire relationship with your body will transform. Your subconscious mind accepts as true whatever your conscious mind believes and feels with conviction. It does not argue. It does not question. It simply receives the impress of your dominant thoughts and feelings, and it proceeds to express them in your flesh, in your organs, in every cell of your being. If you have been impressing it with fear of illness, with expectation of pain, with images of decline, then it has faithfully reproduced these patterns in your physical experience, not because it wishes you harm, but because it knows no other way than to manifest what you have accepted as real. This is the hidden law behind every case of prolonged suffering. The subconscious has been given a pattern, and it works day and night to fulfill that pattern. But understand this promise and let it sink deep into your awareness. The moment you change the pattern, the moment you impress upon your subconscious mind a new belief, a new image of wholeness and vitality, it will work with the same faithfulness to produce healing in your body. Let me help you understand the misbelief that has stood between you and your healing. You have believed, perhaps without realizing it, that your body is separate from your mind, that illness is something that happens to you rather than through you. You have looked at symptoms as enemies to be fought, as evidence of your body's betrayal. And in this belief, you have created a division within yourself. You have set your conscious worry against your body's wisdom, and in that conflict, healing cannot flow. Many come to me and say, "But I want to be well, I think about health constantly." And I must gently show them that thinking about health while feeling the fear of disease is not the same as accepting health. The subconscious mind does not respond to your wishes or your words alone. It responds to the feeling, the conviction, the mental atmosphere you create and sustain. When you lie awake at night rehearsing your symptoms, when you speak to others with certainty about your limitations, when you look in the mirror and see only evidence of decline, you are speaking directly to your subconscious mind, and it, being completely faithful to your command, says, "Yes, this is what you believe." This is what I shall create for you. I have seen individuals cling to their illness as though it were their identity. They have spoken of my arthritis, my weak heart, my poor digestion with such ownership, such familiarity, that these conditions have become companions rather than temporary visitors. The subconscious, receiving this acceptance, this naming, this claiming, naturally perpetuates what you have made your own. There is also the hidden belief that suffering is noble, that pain proves your endurance or earns you sympathy or attention. I say this not to judge, but to illuminate. The subconscious mind will create whatever brings you the feeling you seek. If illness has become the way you receive care, the way you excuse yourself from life's demands, the way you prove your worth through endurance, then healing will seem to threaten your very identity. Do you see now how faith turns the invisible into form? Your beliefs are not mere thoughts floating in space. They are creative forces, constantly shaping the cells, the tissues, the organs of your body, according to their nature. And so the first step toward healing is not to fight your condition, but to recognize how your own thought patterns have sustained it. This is not blame. This is liberation. For if your thoughts have had the power to create discord, they have equal power, greater power to create harmony. Think of a moment when you forgot about your ailment entirely. Perhaps you were absorbed in joyful conversation, or lost in beautiful music, or deeply engaged in meaningful work. In that moment, did the pain not diminish? Did you not feel, even briefly, the vitality that is your natural state? This was not coincidence. This was your subconscious responding to a shift in your attention, in your feeling, in your belief. Here is the spiritual realization that changes everything. Your subconscious mind is connected to infinite intelligence, to the divine healing presence that created your body and knows exactly how to restore it. This intelligence formed you in your mother's womb. It heals your cuts without your conscious direction. It fights infection, repairs tissue, and maintains the miraculous balance of countless functions every moment. This same intelligence is available to you now, not as something you must strain to reach, but as something already within you, waiting for your cooperation. The key to that cooperation is belief. Not belief as mere intellectual agreement, but belief as a felt sense of acceptance, as a peaceful knowing that healing is taking place even now. When you can feel that healing is already yours in consciousness, when you can rest in that certainty the way a child rests in a parent's arms, your subconscious mind receives the impress of wholeness and begins immediately to restructure your body accordingly. What you accept inwardly, you experience outwardly. This is not theory, this is law. The subconscious does not deal in time as you understand it. When you give it the image and feeling of perfect health, it begins at once to make it manifest in your experience. Healing may appear gradual to your outer senses, but in the realm of mind, it is instantaneous, a shift from the pattern of discord to the pattern of harmony. Now let me teach you the practical application of this truth, so that you may begin this day to impress upon your subconscious mind the reality of your healing. First, you must establish a new relationship with your body. Speak to it not as an enemy, but as a beloved friend. Your body is not betraying you. It has been faithfully following the instructions you have given it through your habitual thoughts and feelings. Thank your body for all it has done for you. Appreciate the countless functions it performs flawlessly even now. This gratitude creates a healing atmosphere in your consciousness. Each morning and evening, before sleep and upon waking, when your subconscious mind is most receptive, practice this simple technique. Relax your body completely. Close your eyes and breathe deeply, releasing all tension. Then, with feeling and conviction, speak to your subconscious mind. You might say, my body is the temple of the living God. Infinite intelligence created every cell of my being, and that same intelligence now restores me to perfect health. Every function of my body is harmonious and perfect. I am whole. I am well. I am filled with radiant vitality. Do not merely recite these words. Feel them. Imagine what it would be like to be completely well. See yourself moving with ease, free from pain, full of energy and joy. The subconscious responds to mental images combined with feeling. When you can hold the image of perfect health and feel the joy of that reality, you are impressing the deepest levels of your mind with a new pattern. You are beginning to sense that quiet power within you. It has always been there, waiting for your recognition. Some will say, but I have tried affirmations before and nothing happened. And I must ask them, did you truly believe what you were affirming, or were you merely hoping it would work? Were you feeling the reality of health, or were you desperately trying to cover your fear with positive words? The subconscious is not fooled by words alone. It responds to your dominant feeling, your underlying conviction. If you affirm health while feeling fear, the fear wins. This is why you must work gently with yourself, gradually building faith. Begin where you are. If you cannot yet believe in complete healing, believe in improvement. If you cannot feel vibrant health, feel a little more ease, a little more comfort. Build your faith step by step, and your subconscious will respond to each genuine shift in your belief. Forgiveness is also essential to healing. Resentment, bitterness, and unforgiveness are poisons that the body cannot eliminate. I have seen cases where chronic illness vanished entirely once the person released long-held grievances. Your body manifests your mental and emotional states. When you harbor anger toward another, you are drinking poison and expecting them to suffer. Release it. Forgive them, not for their sake, but for your own freedom. Say to yourself, I fully and freely forgive everyone who has ever hurt me. I release all grudges and resentments. I am free and they are free. Peace fills my mind and healing flows through my body. Mean this with all your heart and you will feel the burden lift. Let me share with you an example from the countless lives I have witnessed transformed. A woman came to me some years ago suffering from a condition her doctors had declared incurable. She had spent years visiting specialists, trying treatments, living in fear. I asked her a simple question: what would you be doing if you were completely well? She paused, tears filling her eyes, and said, I would be free to live. I would garden again. I would travel. I would laugh without thinking about pain. I instructed her to begin living in imagination as though she were already healed. Each night before sleep, she would see herself gardening, would feel the earth in her hands, would imagine the joy of traveling, the lightness of laughter. She gave thanks for her healing before any physical evidence appeared. Within months, her symptoms began to diminish. Within a year, she was entirely free. The doctors called it spontaneous remission. I call it the law of belief in operation. Can you feel that calm certainty stirring within you now? This same law operates for you. Your subconscious mind does not play favorites. It responds equally to all who learn to use it correctly. Another practice I recommend is this. Throughout your day, whenever you become aware of discomfort or worry about your condition, gently redirect your attention. Do not fight the worry resistance. Strengthens what you resist. Simply turn your mind toward a higher truth. Say quietly to yourself, divine order is established in my body. Infinite healing intelligence is at work in me now. All is well. Then think of something that brings you peace, a memory of beauty, a loved one's face, a moment of grace. This constant redirection trains your mind to dwell in faith rather than fear. Avoid speaking of your illness to others unless absolutely necessary. Each time you describe your symptoms, you reinforce them in your subconscious mind. Each time you accept sympathy for your suffering, you strengthen your identity as a sufferer. Instead, speak of your healing. Tell others, I am getting better every day. I can feel the life force growing stronger within me. Even if your outer circumstances have not yet fully shifted, you are impressing your subconscious with a pattern of health, and it must manifest. And this is where understanding becomes demonstration. You are not manipulating reality. You are aligning with it. Health is your natural state. Harmony is the intention of life itself. Illness is discord, a departure from the perfect pattern that exists in divine mind. When you return to that pattern in consciousness, Your body must follow. As I bring these thoughts to a close, I want you to rest in this truth. You are not alone in your healing. The infinite healing presence that formed the stars, that causes the seed to become the flower, that knits together broken bones and heals wounds while you sleep, this presence is within you now, closer than your breath, more intimate than your heartbeat. Avoid speaking of your illness to others unless absolutely necessary. Each time you describe your symptoms, you reinforce them in your subconscious mind. Each time you accept sympathy for your suffering, you strengthen your identity as a sufferer. Instead, speak of your healing. Tell others, I am getting better every day. I can feel the life force growing stronger within me. Even if your outer circumstances have not yet fully shifted, you are impressing your subconscious with a pattern of health, and it must manifest. And this is where understanding becomes demonstration. You are not manipulating reality. You are aligning with it. Health is your natural state. Harmony is the intention of life itself. Illness is discord, a departure from the perfect pattern that exists in divine mind. When you return to that pattern in consciousness, your body must follow. As I bring these thoughts to a close, I want you to rest in this truth. You are not alone in your healing. The infinite healing presence that formed the stars, that causes the seed to become the flower, that knits together broken bones and heals wounds while you sleep, this presence is within you now, closer than your breath, more intimate than your heartbeat.